gentlemen, welcome back to GameStar TV. Match number 3 coming up for you now in the Injustice 2 circuits. You heard it before. It is going to be Gilbagz versus Nmegabytes, and a lot of interest in Nmegabytes' return to see how well he does at Injustice 2, and what better platform than here on GameStar TV. Well, to take you through it, once again, we've got Matt and Baxter. Take it away, Nmegabytes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, we've had Gilbagz able to connect first time, so obviously it means we're in for a great showing. So Gilbagz has always been a very strong Injustice player as the Joker. Nmegabytes, towards the end of Injustice 1, I know, was really solid with his use of Batgirl, and these players have played together many times before. It'll be interesting though, because we are going to have a bit of a scrappy match, because I imagine we are going to be seeing Joker from Gilbagz, and I believe Nmegabytes is still playing Black Canary, so we're going to see a lot of mix-ups and a lot of gimmicks, I think, Baxter.
Yeah, definitely. I'm keen to see how this match goes from both players, because this used to be the common grand finals within the Injustice 1 circuit when that game was still played competitively within Australia. Gilbagz would always be facing Nmegabytes pretty much in grand finals. Nmegabytes known for his flash play towards the end of Injustice 1, and Gilbagz, of course, being a character loyalist with his Joker even back then, and also playing Joker in this game. But Nmegabytes, like you said earlier, has moved on to Black Canary within this game, so it will be interesting once again, a bit more character diversity. We haven't seen Black Canary or Joker yet picked in this top 8 until these guys play. So it'll be cool to see how these guys verse in the second coming of Injustice. And, hopefully we get a good series like we did last time.
Definitely as well. I know for a fact that sometimes Gilbagz has actually decided to pick Red Hood, but I don't think Red Hood's going to do any better as than Joker. And I don't know about you, but I personally really enjoy watching Joker. Even in Injustice 1 Joker, I feel was a lot of fun to watch. Just because, some of his setups, I don't know, I personally really like the character, and if I had the execution, I'd definitely be playing it, but he's just a very challenging character to be amazing at.
Yeah, he's one of the coolest DC characters, like, in my personal opinion, from the comics, like, as a whole. So, Joker's just one of those really cool characters from a lore perspective, but even in the game, just how he plays, his setups are really nasty. He has those shattering teeth setups. He has the parry as well, which can be hype at times. And, he just has that personality as well as the character. So one of the, cooler characters in the game. And, of course, Gilbagz just sticking with him nonstop throughout Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. So it will be interesting to see how this matchup goes. Joker not considered one of the strongest characters within the game. And Black Canary actually, before the last patch, was considered very low tier. However, she received some much needed buffs with the latest patch. So it'll be interesting to see how Nmegabytes uses her in this series. But we've got both players in the match now, so we should be going through to player select in just a second. And we can get this match underway. Who do you think is going to take this one, do you reckon, Matt?
Between you and me, I'm confident in Gilbagz, just because, again, his experience with Joker in so many different matchups is a lot more than I think Nmegabytes' Black Canary. I've played as Black Canary a few times myself and know it is very solid, but there are a few gimmicks that he does go to that I feel like Gilbagz is going to be aware of. Because as we both know, Gilbagz is he's a lab monster. He takes every situation with pretty much every character. But interestingly enough, Sonic Fox recently has been playing a lot of Black Canary, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. You can see Nmegabytes does get the first hit with the sweep, but Gilbagz does get the first combo as well. Meaties with the sweep once again, and now you can see tried to go for a combo, but didn't actually build the bar yet. So Gilbagz now just playing the zoning game, and this is something that Black Canary struggles to deal with. And great awareness from Gilbagz there to able to block the Canary cry, but now does actually get caught with the leg dive, and you can see full combo into a setup now. Fantastic coming out from Nmegabytes, and a great air tech coming out from Gilbagz this time. Gets an air to air, jumps in once again, pressure. Is he going to go for teeth? No, goes for crowbar that time. And this is something as well that, because Nmegabytes is actually aware of all of Joker's options because of Injustice 1. A lot of times, you know, Gilbagz isn't going to have to do a lot of conditioning like he would against some other players. He's not going to have to keep going to Crowbar. He could actually, you know, go for the Chattering Teeth mix-up straight away because, as we were saying, both these players are versed against and playing as Joker. But
yeah, definitely.
Nmegabytes is going to take the first life bar.
And Nmegabytes has that experience from Injustice 1 versus this character and this player. You know, these guys played heaps of times, and that just shows with that meter burn back 3 to anti-air Joker's jump 3. You know, it shows that prestige from Nmegabytes in this matchup. You know, really using his resources, his meter, effectively to anti-air and stop the approach from Gilbagz and Joker. So, nice anti-air and nice conversion. Unfortunately drops that there. Nice anti-air to that cross-up jump 2. Let's see if he can start mounting that offense, but no, Gilbagz finds the hit, and here we go. This can be very deathly right now for Nmegabytes. Here we go. We can see a setup. Nice read on the forward flip. That was awesome. Doing the jump back there, catching that wall, fully traded up. Canary, though, that is always a lot of damage.
Now you can see Canary is not where she wants to be, but is able to get out of the corner. But Joker in for pressure, goes for low counter to keep himself plus, and a good block on the sweep from Nmegabytes. You can see Nmegabytes' trait slowly building up, so soon he's going to be able to beat this zoning out. And you can see level 3 is available. Both players almost even on bar. Nmegabytes be able to build his, but does get caught with a sweep. Wakes up, but is caught with a meter burn gunshot and able to go. Doesn't clash either, but now you can see Nmegabytes sitting on 2 bars, decides to spend Gilbagz, spend his only bar and keep him out, and you can see this is not where Nmegabytes wants to be. Gilbagz constantly building bar, able to go off the interactable this time, and is he going to get unclashable? No, he's not. You can see Gilbagz did decide to spend the clash, but both players sitting on the same amount of bar, so Nmegabytes is going to deny him. No, decides to actually hold the bar. I like that decision instead. You can see Oblivion sitting on a fair amount of health, but you can see one gunshot from Nmegabytes is going to be enough to take, and what a cancel from Gilbagz. So just to bait out that trait, gets a great jump back and not a lot of health now. Nmegabytes can't afford to take anything. One cancel does actually get the air to air and a trade, and Gilbagz able to clutch out the ending there, but that was a very close match.
Yeah, it was really close, and I really liked their Gilbagz patience towards the end. He knew that Nmegabytes was looking for that pleated trait there from Black Canary for the full combo punish. I think Nmegabytes did make a mistake though when he did hit that first initial combo, giving Gilbagz the opportunity to flash out. Wow, what? We see a throwback, Nmegabytes picking flash. Wow, so yeah, like I was saying, this pretty much is Injustice 1, the second coming right now. This would have been a grand finals match. We would have seen Joker versus Flash. Flash, of course, not as broken tier as he was in Injustice 1 with Injustice 2, but it'll be awesome to see this throwback match. Nice start there with the down 3 sweep, catching that and getting the first meter advantage. Catches the hit off the Chattering Teeth. Now this map does actually have the unblockable resets from both characters here, as they are gadget characters. Oh my god, and can we see the throwback right now? Will Gilbagz finally complete what he was trying to complete in Injustice 1 and knocking out Nmegabytes to win a tournament?
Down 2 into the crowbar comes out from Oblivion this time, and you can see Nmegabytes is getting rushed over a little bit there. Tried to go for an old combo, but managed to get the interactable. Those things are ridiculous. You can see goes for a setup. Great blocks from Oblivion though. Forward 3 coming out from Nmegabytes. Just able to block the cross up. Now you can see more pressure. Goes for Chattering Teeth. Good stagger coming out from Gilbagz. Actually tried to bait Nmegabytes into blocking a hard to blockable there in the corner. Now this is not where you want to be against Joker, and a good push block coming out, but a fantastic down one on the running man. Now you can see good use of Nmegabytes going for pressure. Doesn't actually decide to spend the bar. Is able to get it this time though. He's going to spend the trait and he's going to get the full combo. This will be enough to kill, I believe, and yes it is. And Nmegabytes, shades of MK1, Injustice 1 there.
Yeah, this is awesome to see. This is completely before, our current god's time with Wasminator and Castiel. They have never seen these two play this before, but what the? I don't even know who won that round just then. I thought something terrible happened, but Gilbagz managing to take that first life bar from Nmegabytes and really needs to get Nmegabytes off of him right now. This is never where he wants Flash to be. And he has that unwageable. And he escaped. Oh my god, but no punish. Lucky there for Gilbagz. Maybe gets hit by that Chattering Teeth. No, luckily, Nmegabytes have recovered from that down 2. Wow, a whip punish.
Pressure coming out from both players now. Flash trying to get a down 1 coming out from Gilbagz that time to actually kind of go against it. You can see so much bar on both players' sides. Still has the clash, but a fantastic use of interactables there. Non-clashable. Decides to go for the meter burn interactable, and Nmegabytes picking Flash, a character I have not seen him play since Injustice 1.
Yeah, I think Gilbagz is starting to have flashbacks. I think he's already brought a tear to his eye. He's remembering all those terrible, terrible defeats that he faced in the hands of Nmegabytes. Once again, we're going to see Flash versus Joker. Let's see what stage they go to. Hopefully, it goes to Brainiac shit. Once again, these interactables going to play a major part. Both characters being gadget characters, they get some nasty, nasty resets in the middle of their combos and blocks. So let's see how, Gilbagz can maybe adapt to this flash pick from Nmegabytes, and hopefully, he can finally, once and for all, defeat his demon.
And yeah, Nmegabytes tried to go for a whiff punish there, but does actually get caught out. 1-1 in the set at the moment, and a good interrupt coming out from Nmegabytes. That time he gets caught with a clean jump in. And oh, I like that decision, Nmegabytes. So you can see Gilbagz decided to try and walk forward because he thought that Nmegabytes was going to go for an air tech. Decides not to, and instead, really smart stuff from him. Down 2 comes out from both players now, and just an early air tech from Gilbagz that time. You can see so much pressure from both characters. Gilbagz gets a clean jump in, is going to go for the interactable, can't get anything off. A great down 2 from him now, but is able to tag him, and Gilbagz just dominant first round from him.
Yeah, that was really nice play there from Gilbagz. Pretty much had Nmegabytes covered in every single scenario with punishes, you name it. And here we go. We're starting to see Nmegabytes get this combo. Nice bit of damage, but he drops it towards the end there. Maybe, he's starting to, he needs to blast WD-40 and get that rust off. He hasn't put character in a few years right now. But nice keeping Gilbagz in the corner. Oh, lucky jump there from Gilbagz getting out the corner. And here we go, we've got a clash. Nmegabytes, should spend some bar here, get a little bit of life back. And hopefully, you can get a hit on Gilbagz and take his first life bar.
I actually think as well in the corner, he actually went for an Injustice 1 combo that doesn't work the way it used to, because he kept going for the lightning kicks, but now you can see Gilbagz just pressuring so much with that overhead crowbar. He's conditioned him enough with those lows, and now you can see Gilbagz once again sets it up. Good use there from Nmegabytes, and a fantastic use of the meter burn back 3 into a side switch. Good block on the interactive. Tried to go for an instant jump too. Now you can see this is not where Nmegabytes wants to be. Does have the super on deck, but doesn't want to use it there if he wants to mount this comeback. But Flash is a character capable of making these 2 life bar comebacks if he guesses wrong. And you can see he's tying it up now, but has to work his way back in with the running hand.
Yeah, this is definitely not an whoa, a random super and a hit. Oh my gosh, that will be Gilbagz taking this game. So it's 2-1 right now for Gilbagz.
I love this super. I think this is a fantastic super. Interestingly enough, so yeah, as you said, Gilbagz is taking the game 2-1. I wouldn't be surprised to see if a character switch came out from Nmegabytes. He does also play Black Adam. But something interesting about Joker's super is he is the only character in the game who is able to full combo off of his super. He's actually guaranteed a back 3 after it.
Yeah, one of those things that he did actually keep from Injustice 1, being able to combo off of his super. A few characters in Injustice 1 could, such as like Green Arrow, as well as Harley Quinn. But in this game, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the only one in the game that can actually combo off his super. But Nmegabytes sticking with his, with his prestige character with Flash right now. So it'll be interesting to see how we go in this game 4. And Nmegabytes is committed now to Flash. This is his last life as well. He's in the losers bracket, so if he loses this match, he will be out of the tournament for this week.
And this is the first week Nmegabytes has been back as well, so I'm so glad we got to see these characters, and a great confirm off of the low chattering teeth from Gilbagz there. He's just always so ready for everything like that, but now you can see Nmegabytes spends the trait, gonna get the full combo from the corner. So much damage coming out from Flash into a setup as well.
Yeah, but Gilbagz says, I've been blocking and getting hit by these same setups for the past, 5 years. And he's like, I've seen all of your tricks before, and I am not getting hit by it this time around. It is a new game, my friend, and it is going to be maybe a new winner from this, long, ongoing battle between these two. Whoa! What the? I've never seen that interaction before, but Flash's, time traveling capabilities there, getting hit by the chattering teeth, but his hits still keep going.
That was interesting. I think the hits kept going because Flash was out of the actual punt, and usually in the animation you just stand there. So really interesting from him. But it is Flash. How he decides to cash out damage that time, and this character gets so much damage and a good slide coming out from Nmegabytes that time. And able to keep his full health bar as well as a lot of his meter.
Oh, nice neutral jump there, catching that back 2, 2 forward 3. Oh, a few missed hits here, and Nmegabytes starting to maybe now come back. Nice, gets away from the Canary teeth. Here we go, he's going to trade, but yeah, an obvious clash there from Gilbagz. A common tactic from a lot of Flash players is not to use their trade immediately on the first hit they get. Let the clash go through, and then they use the trade afterwards. But Nmegabytes maybe, you know, forgetting that age-old tactic and, you know, using it straight away on his first hit there. But here we go, he's almost got half of it back already, and he still has Clash himself. Here we go, we've got Tide meter here, no, we've got the meter advantage, but nice Clash full damage there from Gilbagz. Okay, we see both players just jumping around like kangaroos right now. This isn't a giant tournament. Here we go, Gilbagz, oh nice, but gives him the opportunity to wager here. He does have the meter advantage, so we'll get a nice chunk of life back here. No, he decides to spend only 2 bars. Both players only spending 2 there, and now we see both characters with that Clash. It's probably going to be the last hit to make this, you know, game 4 tie out here.
And what a stagger from Gilbagz, and that is going to be enough to take it. And ladies and gentlemen, Gilbagz has defeated his demon in Nmegabytes 3-1 and pushed him out of the tournament. And just in that match, there were so many amazing reads, we couldn't even mention them all. Like in the corner, for example, Gilbagz called out the air tech, so we didn't go for the back 3. Just both players playing at such a high level.
Yeah, that was an awesome set, and yeah, finally Gilbagz, you know, it's a new game and he's a new man, finally defeating Nmegabytes in that matchup between Flash and Joker. You know, obviously Joker needed a few buffs like he got in this game, but and Flash needed a few nerfs coming from the last game as well. But you know, good stuff to Gilbagz and also good stuff to Nmegabytes. You know, for coming back this week to join the Injusta League and making top 8 with his first appearance. And Gilbagz will be moving on through the losers bracket.
Yeah, but up next we are going to have Sagat versus DS Wasmaker. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and then we are going to have probably one of the hypest match because the return of Sagat in top 8. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back.